you're supposed to tell us about what is going on and how it started, because a lot of people, I'm sure, do not know that the Houthis and the Red Sea and everything that is going on. So, yeah.
Yeah, by the way, what's happening at the Red Sea? Should we call it that strait or that choke point? By the way, the Red Sea is a choke point or a passage or a passway for 30% of the global commercial trade, commercial ship or merchant ships that are passing there. Like the world
30%?
depends, 30% of the ships globally, they usually use the Red Sea. So it is a very crucial component in cargo transit along that area. And we see our boys over there, they've gone nuts. They want to take charge of the Red Sea, which is quite, I don't know what you can say, but it's something interesting is happening at the Red Sea, something interesting is happening in the Middle East. And we might, according to me, we might see an expansion in the larger war, in the war at large. So yeah, that's something that you might expect.
And so you're talking about something that's happening in the Red Sea. Of course, for those who do not know, so the Houthis, or in my take, the Houthi Rebel of Yemen have taken over that place, and they are creating a lot of disorder. So the ships that are supposed to pass through the Red Sea are unable to do so. And as Bryson has said, it services 30% of the cargo transportation globally. And it's a key place because even while I was checking on which goods are mostly transported there, so it's mostly oil from the Middle East, which will affect Europe, mostly Europe, since it's dependent. And the effects of that is they'll have to go around Africa.
They'll use Cape Town.
Yeah, they'll have to use the Cape Town route to be able to access Europe, which is expensive. Yeah, so also I wanted you to explain to us how it started, because a lot of people, me included, I remember you mentioning the Houthis to me on the last episode, and I had to go and check them because it was a foreign concept for me. So I want you to explain, like, who are the Houthis?
To the world. It is only recently that Biden now pronounced them as a terrorist group. Actually, about 3 days ago, he pronounced them that they were not terrorists. He declared them when he ascended into power 2021. He declared them as not a terrorist group. And I've heard you say that they are rebels. To us, we know them as rebels, but to the people, they are a political movement. So they're people with political interest or ambitions, and we can associate them with the Taliban. Right now, we do not have a rebel called Taliban, but we have a government called
the Taliban.
So the Houthi, I do not know much of their background information as I do maybe the Taliban, but what I know is it's a group. It was founded in 1994, and major people, the founder of it was the guy called Al-Houthi. For the tribes that are there, I think, I don't know, is it the Houthi tribe or something like that? But their ambitions are, they have some political ambitions. And actually, their name is quite interesting. They're called Ansar Allah, something of that, Ansar Allah. Ansar Allah, which means supporters of God. And the slogan is death to America
and
death to Israel, curse the Jews. And what again? He has some curse the Jews or something of that. So that's God is great. Actually, it's God is great, death to America, death to Israel, curse the Jews. So that's the slogan. And from the slogan, you can see their ambitions and intentions. I personally do not support them, but they declared war on Israel. And they have been targeting Israeli-linked or owned ships that are applying that route, the Red Sea. They've had several ballistic missile or anti-ship missiles into ships traveling in that area. And we've seen right now the US and some, I think, about 20 countries, they've come together to maybe counter they're not calling it a counterattack, but a defensive mechanism or defensive implementation. What they're trying to do, but whatever, I've never seen US coming with a good solution. Maybe the only time I saw them with some sort of good solution was maybe ending the World War II, but it wasn't a good solution after all. Bombing a place, nuking. Was it a nuke or atomic bomb? And so when they come into the picture with the Houthi, it's going to be hell on earth.
Yeah, because people fear when the US get involved, because it usually does not end well.
Sure.
So I'm also supposed to mention also, because you mentioned the founder of it, and I remembered something. The founder of the Houthis,
Al-Houthi.
Al-Houthi.
Yeah.
So he was a man who believed in leadership of the sheikhs. So before they had presidents, they used to have the old way of having the old way of leadership. So the sheikh it used to be a leadership that was inherited to the child of the sheikh. And the leaders were usually termed as descendants of Muhammad. So he stood for that belief, and the reason that's one of the reasons why he garnered a lot of people, because the people in that region are in line with that, and also the territory because they have already taken
a huge
part of Yemen, and the part they occupy is the part that majority of the people actually live. Because you usually find in the case of Somalia, where for Somalia we can call them terrorists. So the part where there's that rebel militants, people don't like to stay in that area. So you'll find a lot of people concentrated in Somaliland rather than the other parts. So for Yemen, it's quite the opposite, because people live amongst them. They want to stay there. They feel safe in the hands of that sort of leadership.
But in as much as they feel safe, those people have caused human crisis, a civil crisis in Yemen. And I don't know, okay, maybe if those people are living there, but as of 2023 December, I saw the report by the UN whereby I think it was about 21.3 million or 23.1 million Yemenis are at danger of starvation. So that is like 2/3 or 1/3 of the Yemeni population. So these people, I don't know what the ambition is, but whatever they're doing, I support their goal of maybe they are behind
which goal
Palestine.
Do you support? Death to...
No, not death. You see, actually, no, don't get me cancelled. Okay. What these people are after, you see that they've been attacking Israeli-linked ships. And it was like a method of telling Israelites, or to tell Tel Aviv, let's come to the table, stop bombing Gaza. So what they wanted is that we are indiscriminately attacking Israeli-linked ships, so that these guys should stop attacking people at the Gaza Strait. But now we see that it has caused a much bigger problem than that, because right now they have also declared war on US-linked ships and British-linked ships. So no US-linked ship can go through that Red Sea. By the way, do you know that the US has begun the strikes on them?
Yeah, the US in partnership with the UK defense.
Actually, I've also mentioned that.
They both did the attacks.
They both did the attacks. But you see, the attacks, I don't know what's the intention of the attacks, because if maybe there's an attack, it's supposed to deter the enemy. But the Houthis, they're not being deterred. In fact, as of today, when was it? 17th? 17th, there was a latest attack on US-owned ship by the Houthis. And whatever the US is trying to do, maybe it could help in a way, because they are striking. What are they striking? They're striking missile silos. Missile silos in Yemen. So maybe that way it might work, but I really don't. I just lack words for those guys concerning those matters.
So a lot of the mainstream media is claiming that they are an Iraq-backed Iran-backed militia, simply because the weapons that they use
are Iran,
and Iran has strongly said that they're not denied the association with it, and it's quite clear that they are actually being backed by Iran. So most of the people feel like their interests are more, Iran is mostly using it as a proxy to do its bidding.
Oh, but what's the business of Iran? Okay, because I know there must be relations with the, let's say, Russia.
Yeah.
You find that Russia has attacked Ukraine with Iran-owned or North Korean-owned missiles.
Yeah.
So does that mean that Russia is Korean-backed or Iran-backed?